42 degrees. Good morning at 6:31. I'm Angel Shannon with Oldies 94.1 News, and let's check in with Lisa for this traffic preview.
Okay, Angel, we have that debris still stuck.
This news brought to you by the Jerry Seiner dealerships. You can join Dickie and I this Saturday. We'll be at Jerry Seiner's Salt Lake from noon till 3 p.m., and you can take a test drive or two. I'm sure Dickie will go along with you. Oldies 94.1 News Time. It is 6:34 with Dan Pope's forecast on the way, plus another 5 great oldies in a row.
Salt Lake City weather.
High pressure building into the state of Utah will give the capital city a mostly sunny, beautiful day today, a high near 70. Fair tonight and sunny. Beautiful weather on Wednesday, a high of 75. From the weather porch, I'm meteorologist Dan Pope on Oldies 94.1. Outside at this hour.
46 degrees in Ogden, 39 in Provo, Orem, mostly clear, and 42 in Salt Lake City. I'm Angel Shannon with Oldies 94.1 News, and that's what's happening in your world on this April 28th, 1998.
April 28th, 1964.
Go to the chapel and we're for music. Oldies 94.1.
Here's my story, it's sad but true.
Oldies 94.1. Good times, great oldies in your morning at 6:41, 19 before 7. Let's wake up and get at it. Yeah, right. Let's check what's happening here in a second, too, with Lisa as she covers the Wasatch Front in the sky with traffic this morning. And the third at 5 in a row with Diana, Larry, and Flo.
You think that I don't feel love? Ain't no use sitting like this, right?
May I ask why?
Tell me why.
Why? It's simple. Because everybody's listening to the good times and great oldies on the only station that delivers. Oldies 94.1.
Dickie and Angel Shannon.
646.
Oldies 94.1.
Congratulations, Kathy McBride of Syracuse, $500 richer with her super sticker. Have you got yours? Check out the Smith's video department near you.
Every time we meet,
Oldies 94.1, you're the one, Vogues. Hi, good morning, 6:48, 12 together if you do at 7 o'clock this morning. We're going to help you along. Lisa's got an eye on things. What's up, Lisa?
Well, looks like we have a few things going on. We still have a sense. I'm Lisa in the sky with traffic on Oldies 94.1.
Well, you know, it's not going to be quite as warm as to run through the sprinkler, but, you know, it'll at least put those ideas in your head.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, meteorologist Dan Pope says we'll see a high of 70 today. Lots of sunshine. I like this weather pattern, don't you? 45, our overnight low. Currently, it is 46 in Ogden. 6:49, and we're looking at 39 degrees in Provo, Orem, 42 degrees in Salt Lake City. Dickie?
Thanks, Angel. And welcome into Married Microphones with Dickie and Angel Shannon's a Tuesday morning edition of the show. I was just checking on some facts and figures, you know. Yesterday, I think we did later on, we did what did we do? A trivia question about the most plays, the song that had
That's
the most
right.
plays.
That's
You Lost
right.
That Love and Feeling, the Righteous Brothers. And we'll have another one, by the way, in Pop Quiz, another question for you shortly. But speaking of music, here it is. You know, let's see a raise of hands. People haven't seen Titanic.
Nobody's raising their hand.
It's easier to ask that than to say how many people have. I think most people by now probably who want to go to the movies have seen Titanic, right?
And the others are just too cheap to pay to get into the theater. They're waiting.
Yeah, well, let me
Is that
tell
the
you.
deal?
Now, here's the deal. It's about the soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
That's why I brought the Righteous Brothers up. Listen to this. Talk about records, broken records. 1.3 million copies were sold in one day. That's a record.
Wow.
That's right. The biggest orders in a week, 500,000 per week. 22 million copies of the album have been sold now. 22 million. That has exceeded Exodus, the old movie soundtrack that had the most sales. Now, it still has another one that's from, obviously, about 1960. Bodyguard, the movie soundtrack, is the one to beat at 31 million copies. So they expect that it will exceed like Saturday Night Fever and Grease and all those other soundtracks in no time.
You know, it's
to be the biggest of all time.
It's a drag to hear that, but at the same time, I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised in the least bit.
Man, it's just awesome, isn't it? It's like if it wasn't a boat, we'd call it a runaway train.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, that was a bad one.
That was quite clever, actually.
Thank you. The Beatles are up next. That will make you happy. Speaking of movie soundtracks, we got a theme song for you.
Tonight on NBC, all-new Tuesday comedy starts with Mad About You and For Your Love. Then on Frasier, you know how much Niles has longed for Daphne, right? Because we've told you a million times. Well, tonight, after all these years, they finally have their first date. And this time we mean it.
Daphne, would you like to have dinner with me?
That would be lovely.
All right. Frasier followed by a special Tuesday Third Rock and Dateline tonight.
Beginning at 7 on KSL Channel 5. Tonight on Channel 5, you've seen the destruction and the late spring snows and slides here at home. El Nino wreaks havoc on our weather.
We have nothing left.
In an Eyewitness News special report, weather specialists Mark Eubank and Len Randolph show you what could be on the heels of El Nino and what it could mean to Utah. La Nina, tonight on the Channel 5 Eyewitness News at 10.
Hey, guess what?
What?
We've got a sneak peek of the all-new Tomorrowland.
Right, only at Disneyland. Hi, Dickie and Angel Shannon here.
Catch Married with Microphones for hot rods and rocket rods.
Yeah, and we'll pay for your family to join our family at the happiest place on earth. Compliments of Oldies 94.1.
Can't explain.
Ken Garf Imports, 576 South State Street.
Oldies 94.1.
Oldies 94.1 remembers.
Norman Bates. We all go a little mad sometimes. Haven't you?
1960.
Oldies 94.1. Yes, this is the place where our boss, Mr. Winky, says, give away more money, please. More bonus hours coming up today. $94,000 next hour.
You know, that just makes my heart beat faster thinking about it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm hoping that I get a chance. I'm hoping that whoever plays during my 1 hour between 9 and 10 wins it. Because
this is it, huh?
Well, that way at least I can go and carry the packages.
Yeah. Coming up on 7 o'clock. Thanks, Angel. That's Angel. I'm Dickie. Dickie and Angel, Shannon's Married Microphones. Thanks for joining us. 5 big hits in a row headed your way in a second. Hold on.
What song you listen today?
Been doing a little spring gardening.
Well, it's about time. The federal government is set to announce new guidelines today to better protect retail clerks whose jobs are among the most dangerous. The Los Angeles Times reports the new recommendations call for putting in bulletproof glass, also having at least 2 clerks in stores that have a history of crime. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration also suggests keeping little cash on hand, putting in security cameras, and training workers on how to behave if they're held up. Well, the retail industry has fought such proposals, saying crime victims who sue stores might cite those guidelines. However, crime victims groups say the recommendations would be a major victory for low-income workers with little political clout. And you're a winner. Well, not really. 3 states are investigating the Reader's Digest sweepstakes, believe it or not, to see if it violates consumer laws by misleading people into believing they've won big prizes. Probes have been launched by attorneys general in Indiana, Connecticut, and Florida. And the list of possible sites for the Utah Arts Festival has been narrowed to Pioneer Park and the Utah State Fair Park in Salt Lake City, also the East Center in West Valley. For 22 years, the festival has been held in Salt Lake City, but the street marketplace will be displaced from its current home in front of the Union Pacific Depot on South Temple. That, of course, by light rail trains and future development of the Western Gateway. On Friday, committee members will tour the 3 locations. In sports, former University of Utah star Keith Van Horn finished second in balloting for the NBA Rookie of the Year award. He finished 110 points behind the runaway winner. Who was that? It was Tim Duncan of the San Antonio Spurs. And finally, like a genie going back into its magic lamp, the Aladdin Hotel Casino has disappeared in a puff of smoke. Kind of sad news. Thousands watched on the Las Vegas Strip as the 17-story building was brought down by an implosion. One witness says it was unbelievable. She says the hotel was there 1 minute and gone the next. Well, the landmark, once owned by Wayne Newton, is where Elvis Presley and Priscilla were married back in 1967. Its demolition clears the way for construction of a new and bigger Aladdin, scheduled to open in the year 2000. Oldies 94.1 news time. It is 7:05, and coming up in 60 seconds, Dan Pope's Weather Porch update and another 5 great oldies in a row.
UTA Rideshare presents another friendly debate. Look under UTA in the phone book or call Bus Info.
Salt Lake City weather.
Good morning. Another beautiful, mostly sunny day today with a high temperature near 70 degrees. Fair tonight, low 45. And Wednesday, sunny and very nice, the high 75. From the Weather Porch, I'm meteorologist Dan Pope on Oldies 94.1. Outside right now,
it's 46 in Ogden. We have 39 in Provo, Orem, a few high clouds, and 42 degrees at KODJ, Salt Lake City. I'm Angel Shannon with Oldies 94.1 News, and that's what's happening in your world on this April 28th, 1998.
April 28th, 1962.
Here they come again. Catch us if you can.
Oldies 94.1. If you haven't checked it out yet, here's the thing to do. After 10 o'clock this morning, check in with the Midday Compadre. Yes, sir, that's the guy who always has money just falling out of his pockets during bonus hours. I don't know how he does it. Greg Smith, he does the Oldies Diner. That's your songs by request at high noon today, right? It's 7:11 now.
Oldies 94.1.
Oldies Radio.
With hit after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit.
Love is only true in fairy tales.
Oldies 94.1, kind of sad, but it doesn't look like any monkey tours with at least 3 of the monkeys, probably for another couple of years, the way things are going right now. 16 after 7 with Dickie and Angel Shannon this morning. Lisa's in the sky. Got a traffic update for you and some free goodies on the way for Pop Quiz in a couple of more minutes after the Rooftop Singers. Oldies 94.1. Good times, great oldies. Dickie and Angel Shannon this morning, and check in with Lisa in the sky with traffic here just ahead of Pop Quiz. Lisa, let me tell you, I'll tell you what, Angel is just a munching beast this morning.
Oh, really?
Oh, she's going crazy in here.
What's she eating?
I brought in some of these box of Bugles today.
Oh.
And she is just going crazy back there.
Cattle tail. A cattle tail. Now I have to share with everybody.
That's right. Well, I thought it might be chocolate, and I'd be in there in a jiffy.
No, that was last night over ice cream.
Right.
Okay, well, we got to clear out the traffic because we're going to go pick up the 64 Caddy today.
Yes. Oh. Wow. You guys are lucky. Okay, well,
we are.
Well, now wait a second. Don't get the wrong idea. It's not like restored or anything. It's going to take some work.
Oh, I see.
So, but
are you going to be driving it in the parade?
I think we're going to get. I'm going to see if I can squeal the tires.
All right, good deal.
Oh.
Okay, well, we have a major accident that just happened a few minutes ago, northbound I-15 at 108 South. It's in the median right now, but we do have delays. In drive out, drive on. I'm Lisa in the sky with traffic on Oldies 94.1.
And on this, Anne Margaret's birthday, it's time for a piece of cake.
Las Vegas.
And a trip to talk to meteorologist Dan Pope, who says our high today will be around 70 degrees. Overnight, our low of 45 degrees. More sunshine in store for tomorrow. Right now, 46 in Ogden, 39 Provo, Orem, 42 degrees in Salt Lake City.
Thank you, Angel. Okay, Dickie and Angel going right to the phone here in a second for your an answer on Pop Quiz. What kind of great prizes do we have lined up today, Angel?
This is very cool. I mean, it is something I'd like to have on our coffee table at the house. From Salt Lake's own Gibbs Smith publisher. It's a triple pack of keepsake kind of feel-good books. You know, the ones like Journal to the Soul by Rose Offner, 7 Habits of Highly Happy People by Bix Bender, and from Hannah Hinchman, it's A Life in Hand. They're available at all fine bookstores everywhere, or you can win them this week with Married with Microphones.
There you go. Now, here's what you need to do. Just answer this simple question. The music to the Titanic, has now become the longest-running #1 soundtrack album. Oh, wow. It has been, let's see. tell you.
Now, how are you going to do this?
I can't tell you how many weeks. Okay, because that's part of the question. I almost said it. It has exceeded the previous number one, which was the Exodus from the movie Exodus, the theme song and the soundtrack. So how many weeks? Tell me how many weeks is the new record for a movie soundtrack.
Are we going to do this as a high-low?
Sure, we'll give you a high-low, so you can just guess at it.
All right, 470-570 or 670-9400, and of course we're looking for...
Caller number 10.